Hello students, I Miss Pooja Kalange, Assistant Professor ISMR MCA. Welcome you to this video lecture on data mining, under which we are covering the association concepts. In the previous two series, we have seen the basics of association concepts followed by the a priori algorithm. Now we will be seeing the FP tree algorithm. So basically the drawbacks of a priori algorithm was it was requiring multiple scans of database and generated a huge number of candidates, which was imposing tedious workload on support count of the candidates. So this could be improved by reducing the passes of transactions, that is database scans, and shrinking the number of candidates, and also reducing the support count of candidates. So also one more drawback of a priori method was it was using a breadth first search, and candidate generation and test already had huge number of candidates. So there was a pattern suggested which was using my frequent patterns without candidate generation, which was said to be frequent pattern growth approach, which was depth for search based and which was avoiding explicit candidate generation. Major philosophy was to grow long patterns from short ones based on frequent items only, local frequent items only. So this was the concept of the FP tree growth algorithm. So let's see one example on this FP tree growth algorithm. If you see here, there are 5 transactions given to you. The items brought are given to you, and the frequent item order is being calculated. Actually, it is given you ready-made to you here, but in problem, in the solved examples, you need to calculate the frequency count. First step you remember when how to solve this FP tree algorithm is, first you need to check each and every item. Now, for example, it is F. You need to check the frequency of the item F is how many times it is occurring in each and every transaction. If you see here, F is occurring 4 times in the first transaction, second transaction, third transaction, and fifth transaction. If you see for C is also occurring 4 times, first transaction, second transaction, fourth transaction, and fifth transaction. If you see A is occurring in first, second, and fifth transaction. Now if you see for example L is only occurring in 2 and fifth transaction. So count here is 2. Now if you see here, I'll just here the minimum support count here is 3. So in this case what will happen, any value which is less than 3 will be discarded. So if you see here, the header table only contains the values of those items whose count is greater than 3 or greater than or equal to 3. Whenever you get this frequency count after discarding the values which are less than minimum support, you need to reorder these items based on the priority. Now if you consider here F and C both have the same priority, in that case you need to consider the sequence in what they are occurring in the transaction. Here first F is occurring, then C is occurring, so here F is given the first priority, then C. Similarly you need to consider this for A, B, M and P. Okay, or you can either take it alphabetically. In this case for A, now see here, A is 3, B is 3, M is also 3, P is also 3. So in this case you can see here A is there, okay, in the first transaction. Then you can take first as M, then you can take P, and lastly you can take B if you consider it sequentially. Okay, now if you see here, the pattern will be constructing based on this frequent pattern which you get. So this will be F C A M P. After this you'll get for FCABM, then FB, then CBP, and FC. This will be CBP here, okay, and finally FCAMP. So this will give you a frequent pattern tree. So just remember is, first you need to calculate the frequency count, you need to reorder the items, and then you need to construct the FP tree. Now the benefits of this FP tree is it preserves the frequent pattern information, it will never break the long transaction, it will reduce the irrelevant information, items in frequency will be in decreasing order, more frequency occurring, more likely the item will be in the database, and it will not have the larger count of database because it is reducing the values of those items whose count is less than the minimum support count. So basic method for FP tree is, you need to see for each frequent item set you will construct a FP tree based on the frequency count. After that you will be reordering the items based on the priority. You will repeat this process till you get the new conditional FP tree, until and unless the FP tree is empty or it contains only one single path, and this one single path will generate all the combinations of subpath in which each is a frequent pattern. Now in this case if you see here, this FCA is the frequent pattern. So I hope you are clear with the basic of FP tree algorithm, frequent pattern algorithm. For more reference you can just check the problem which I have already taken in the class. Still any doubts, please let me know. Thank you.